Ah, Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. Whoever can see me right now, I would like to say Talo Falava and welcome back to our program today, Friday, which is the 22nd of September 2023. So welcome you all today. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I would like to welcome everybody. Right. We go back to our program from last Friday. We've been talking about the four topics that we are discussing from the last was it last Friday? Yes, that was last Friday. And today, last Friday, that we were talking about so many senses of Protestants and so on. But today, I was decided because there's something I'm doing at the moment at in South Island, but I still have to try to make time for our program today. I'm so happy. I don't want to miss everybody, but even now, I try my best for it. So this is about our development, youth development strategies. And I was thinking about about animals. We've been talking about ourselves, boys and girls, but surely I bring up this topic today about animals. What animals I'm talking about is referring to dogs. I'm pretty sure everybody, they all love dogs, animals, you know. It's very emotionally and lovable, and also the ways the dogs help us, you know, like physically, emotionally, and mentally. I used to have a bulldog, my dog, before when I was working for the dog control years ago. And when I was thinking about when every time when I see people coming in the bound and try to pay all the like registration for the dogs and that sort of things, like everybody got dogs, they know all about what I'm trying to talk about, referring to the dogs, the animal. Because why I'm bringing the animals into this program as a youth, young people, because I know young people, they love animals. So I decided to talk about the animals. I love animals. I love dogs. You know, it is so useful for everybody. Very emotional. But I'm looking at some the 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 dogs, like when they have heart disease, you know, like dog ownership seems to be associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, lower mortality, and owning pets reduces cortisol, heart rates, and blood pressure. And the dogs, like children who grow up with dogs from the time they are infants, have a lower risk of developing of allergies, reduce asthma, and are protected from some respiratory infections. According to a study from universities of other countries and most other universities like California, San Francisco's, UK, you know, regarding about the allergies, uh, and they try to protect the our dogs everywhere in the world from this. And the mindful, I'm talking about the mentally of Poor dogs. One of the greatest psychological benefits of interacting with dog is the opportunity it provides to be more mindful, since mindful can help reduces stress and enhance health. Your pup or your puppy helps you by in reminding you to live in the moment. You see, you see how grateful, how so many. I'm trying to share with you about beautiful dogs. I love dogs because I know some people, they reckon that dogs is more important than human being. Why they say that? Because these are some reasons. The stress, like international journey of workplace, like health management. These are the people, they found that dogs reduce employee stress during the workday, and also show that therapy dogs help reduce stress in college students. Pet owners also have less self-reported fear and anxiety. According to the National Institute of Health, dogs um, can serve as a source of comfort and support. The therapy dogs are especially good of this one. They are sometimes brought into hospitals or nursing homes to help reduce patient stress. Really helpful. These dogs can reduce patient stress and anxiety. That's why I love dogs. But emotionally or loneliness, talk about. Well, I have read lots of other articles. I remember one of the other article I remember was what you call it? I think it was a Time magazine. That's right. I went through to that, and that article says that dogs can also provide support, making you feel less lonely. But study on human animal interactions also indicated that owning a dog could provide benefit for social attention, social behavior, and interpersonal interactions with people. Isn't that beautiful? Very emotional, that part. But study in general, in a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, show that in addition to having higher self-esteem, dog owners were more extroverted, tended to be less preoccupied than non-owners. Research on like our program, you know these other people, they go through they research through our youth development, because this is the other more confidence for the adults, has shown that people who reported greater care for animals were also more likely to be involved in their what communities and serve in leadership roles. That's what is meant by our youth development. That's the other important confidence of a dog. In that same study, it was found that greater attachment to an animal in teens age years, leads to that person being more empathetic later on. Mental health. A mental health campaigner and animal lover says that dog helps teach us unconditional love. And I really agree. I really agree. What do you think about it? You know, that's what a mental health and campaigner and animal lovers, any animal lovers, they say that dogs help teach us unconditional love, compassion, altruism, and valuably. But sadly, how to cope when someone you love dies. It's very hard, very emotional. Animals, but the question is, do you have a dog? And have you got a name for your dog? And how you treated your dog? How you care for a dog? So what kind of conditions or situations that you do about your animal called as a puppy, whatever the kind of animal's dog that you have? Do you treat the dogs carefully? Do you feed well? Do you take it to the dog control or all those places where they care and treat them like a human being, like us? You're a boy and a girl. I am myself. You think about it because this program is all about young people, the youth, the out and about, the teen ages. But when you have somebody that you love like an animal, like I already told you all about it, the ways dog help us. So how do you help your dog? Like what the ways I already mentioned regarding the puppies, the dog. Do you treat the dog physically, emotionally, mentally? How do you, Dikeo? Do you care to your love puppy as you care about yourself as a young person? You tell me, please. You share with me how strong of your love to your beautiful dog. Do you take it out for exercises, for walk, feeding proper food, nutrition, all the kind of food that keep your dog healthy every day? You think of yourself, how you care, how you treating yourself day by day. But look at how good the animal is. As you know, animal is different than human being. But some people, I heard a lot of people, when I was working, like I mentioned before, I used to work with the dog control. And how beautiful the way, the physically, emotionally, mentally animals are. I've seen some people, when they're mad, they're angry, Oh, they kick the dog, they throw it away, they don't feed them, they don't educate them, they don't take the dog to do some more exercises or learning from the place where they train the dogs. We're talking about the dog, the puppy, the beautiful dog. Hands up those who love dogs. I love it. Like some people, they said to me before, when they have some differences with their partners, their children, their parents, anyone, they used to come over to pay the registration of the dog where I was working. I heard them. They share with me with their madness of brain because this person loves the dogs, and he says he prefer to have a dog in his life forever rather than a human being because of those madness he shared with me before, you know. And what happened? Few years later, before I finished from that job, this person he came in the office and bring the dog as well, and says to me, he's going to look for a guard dog can guarding me because of his age is getting older, but the dog is getting older too. Is this a possibility that we can care and whatever we can do, but like swapping, change the dog he has forever with all his tears. He hugged and cuddled the dog. And I just keep looking. So I got my boss come over and have a share and listen to what this man. So finally, yes, we did. Though we all have a feeling of sorry for. Look at the how many years this man kept this beautiful dog for his life. And he trained this dog. And he spent most of all his money to for these dogs, for everything he knows better for a dog. Now comes to the time it's getting older, and look at the dog is starting going down, down, down. But because of his loving feeling for the animal, he decided if he loves the dog, he has to take it back. And that's why he came to us in the dog control department. And then we took the dog for him. And we decided to give another one for him. And after that, he said thank you. And also, the last word, he came over and said, thank you for help. Thank you for your love. The love that I give to the dog and the dog that gave most love for him. That's the kind of love he gave it to us. Because we didn't ask for the money to pay for another one. Even though we know the dog is getting weak and old, haven't got enough time to live. There's going to be a lot of work for the old man to do with this dog. So he left this dog in our department, but his heart was so much for this dog. All his tears, and he said to us, thank you. Thank you so much. And may God bless you all. This is how he said to us. And my boss was looking at the feeling, emotions, when you have animals and compare to you as a human being. Like I said, you're a young person. I'm pretty sure you love animals. You love dogs. And I know how you're going to treat the dogs so perfectly right and healthy. And let the dog teach you, help you emotionally exactly how you as a youth person to treat yourself as well. That's why I brought up this program today as an animal, dogs, because we all love dogs. I love dogs myself. Honestly, sometimes if I have only less money in my purse, even though if I know the dog needs something like crackers, something for afternoon, for his biscuits, something, and I know I haven't got enough food for myself, I'd rather go and buy the food for the dog. And then I have to wait for another time when some money come in my purse and I do that for myself. Like the other saying, you love somebody else in your heart when they really need help and support. Animals is giving us a lot of lessons, a lot of good souls that dogs have. If you treated the dogs right, the dog will treat you more than the right thing you're doing to yourself. I love this. I love animals. So hopefully all of you young people, you love animals and treat them right. Okay? Like you're treating yourself, the right word. And also pray God to love your dog. Teach you, give you good education, good mind, strength, how you deal with the dog. All right, so I think this is a program for us today. But next Friday, um, when I'm home, I would like to do something a little bit different than this. But I love you all. Take care this weekend. Look after yourself. And if you got a dog, take a dog for a walk. Get some fresh air and talk to your dog and love your dog. I love you guys. Love you all. And this is our program for today. Okay? I'll see you next Friday. And may God bless you all. And goodbye for now. So far, so far.